Yeah. Say hi, Lexi.
Hi.
Are you saying hi, Alex?
Hi.
Hi, guys. So, I've titled the video Thyroid Cancer. Just quickly, hopefully, every time I look back at these live streams, it starts back later. So, hopefully, it's already started with me talking. Everyone's having lunch here. Anyway, so I quickly thought I'd just add at the start of this that no, I do not have thyroid cancer. It's not me. But I thought I'd come on here and talk to you about, I don't know, I've just been, got to hold this better. I've been a bit absent on here and even Instagram and that lately because my dad has been diagnosed with thyroid cancer and he was really in a bad way last week. I think I'm going to have to get him out. Do you want to get out, do you? You want to get out? Hold on. Oh. Come and sit down on the couch. Okay. Maybe I'll sit over here. See how we go. Okay. So, yeah, my dad was diagnosed. It's a long story to his health, but he started chemo, it was a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, something like that. And this is why I really need to get back into edited videos, so I'm not interrupted, so I can cut it all out and cut out the bits that aren't working. Anyway, so yeah, so he started chemo and he was in a really bad way. By the end of the chemo bag, as far as I understand, it was a bag that drip fed into him, type thing. I can't explain, like right into his veins. And 2 days after that was all done, he just ended up with the runs, which can, you know, be a side effect like diarrhea and that. But he went back into hospital was it Thursday or Friday, and he ended up in intensive care with breathing difficulties. He had an infection, and we actually thought we were going to lose him because he was in a real bad way all of a sudden. So I guess I'm coming up on here just to say how things are going, as well as that I've got this going on in my life. And my dad, I'm originally from Melbourne. My dad lives in Melbourne, so he's not here either. But it was quite a shock because I hadn't really, of course, you know, no one's getting any younger, but I hadn't really thought of my dad dying or losing my dad at all, or a parent, or my mum or whatever. So it was quite a shock to come to the realisation that that he might very well not beat this thyroid cancer. So yeah, just a bit of an update of what's going on, why I've been more absent than usual, because at least I usually do some live streams. And I'd like to know of anyone else that had, like, I know, you know, it's not like super uncommon cancer in general, but thyroid cancer, especially I guess in older, you know, whether you've had it, especially, or males, any males you know have had it, or older males, how they've come through it, how they've coped, whether they've beaten it, that sort of thing. I'd love to hear, I guess, some positive stories while things have not been looking so positive. So since that, being in ICU, which he was most of the long weekend, he has improved. The infection went away because obviously they gave him antibiotics. The breathing difficulties have gone away, and he's starting to improve. Obviously he's very weak and that sort of thing. And a huge, quick back step to my story. Sorry, I'm just checking on Max that he's not pulling down things or something like that. Another backstory to my dad's health. he was just a normal average guy until the end of 2010, start of 2011. This was while I was pregnant with Zoe. He ended up getting headaches and stuff, and he got it checked out, and it's turned out he had like some blood vessels that bleed, called, I don't know, it's called AVM or something like that. And he went in for his pre-op thing, which is they insert some sort of wire while x-raying or something up through your groin to your brain type thing. And I can't remember why they do that before the actual operation, but they do that. And as they went to pull out this wire thing or whatever it was, it got stuck and it caused a bleed, which caused a stroke. And whatever part it was, they've actually left it in him, and it's still there now because it was more of a risk to take it out. So he had like a surgery-induced stroke, basically. And that obviously, yeah, that left him like he couldn't eat properly. Like he had to be tube fed for quite a while, like have many months. He had to rehabilitate himself to be able to walk proper. Like, it's not that he just was very weak and that sort of thing. And he's, you know, he had the, now I can't remember which side it was in, but he has a face droop on one side. So he's numb in the mouth a bit. So eating and talking, he had to learn to do that better. He went to, you know, appointments and stuff like that. So that's been going on. So they actually thought that maybe originally that the reason why his thyroid cancer was picked up was that he had been trouble eating and swallowing. He'd just get into coughing fits, and he was like struggling more to do that sort of thing, to the point where, because he's so stubborn, he let it go for like 4 to 6 weeks, where he was basically only drinking, and he lost like 20 plus kilos because he was not eating, because he couldn't eat properly, so he just avoided it. He did have the excess weight to lose, but now he's at a point where, like, he was probably 20 kilos up or whatever, so now he's like at a point where he doesn't need to lose any more. So he's lucky in that respect. But yeah, I'm not at the appointment, so I don't know exactly what's going on, but it just seemed like they weren't too fussed about that originally, and they, like, you know, scheduled, you know, and he's in with private health insurance too, so I don't know why it was not taken seriously, but it wasn't, and why it wasn't picked up earlier. But it was only picked up January, and they looked into operating on him and cutting it out, but apparently that's far too dangerous the way it's attached in there. I don't know exactly why, but they really, like, I think I kept talking to my dad and his partner for a while about, like, what are they going to do about this, what are they doing about it, and they were just meeting at, like, the specialists about it, and they're obviously very highly considered cutting it first, but then apparently for some reason they can't, so that's why he was starting chemo, and the plan was 3 months chemo till, yeah, so 3 months, so each round takes 3 weeks or whatever, so you have your whatever gets put into you, and then yeah, I guess that takes half a week or whatever, and then yeah, then you start again in another, like, when the 3 weeks is up, if that makes any sense. And then they were going to do, yeah, after that finished, a 3-week break, and then radiation. Alex, get out of his face, please. Move away, please, Alex. If he doesn't like it, don't do it, please. Sorry. So, yeah, then, yeah, radiation every day for 2 weeks after the chemo finished. That's the plan, or was the plan. But now he's had this big setback, and he's stable again. That's the other thing. He has, as I was saying, it was picked up because he wasn't eating properly. So they've put a thing called a stomach peg in. So I guess he would have been very malnourished and only had about a week or two of nourishment before they hit him with the chemo. So that could have another reason to do with why it's gone bad. But when he was in ICU, and he was not looking, if he didn't battle and come back from that infection and the breathing difficulties, they even said they couldn't even put a tracheectomy in, or whatever it's called, where they make a hole here because of the position or something. That was too dangerous too. So I was like there was pretty much no hope for him if he couldn't fight that off. So I don't know, I think last week when I found out all this and was getting updated all the time about how he was going and going downhill, I was, you know, in tears a lot, obviously. And now I think I'm a bit numb to it, which is so odd because it is happening. I guess, I don't know, numb or denial. Because originally when I found out all this, I mean, I wasn't even going to jump on here and talk about it. I just thought, you know, it's a beatable cancer. He'll go through the motions and he'll be fine. But now I'm left with feeling like I'm not so sure. I know there's obviously never any guarantees. Alexandra, come over here, please, now. He's not liking what you're doing, whatever it is. Can you come over here, please? Move over here. Sorry. Yeah, so if anyone has some positive stories about thyroid cancer, even yourselves, if you've had to battle it or anything, I don't know, I'd just like to hear some other stories and about, you know, people have had first-hand experience with it. In the meantime, I haven't been well either. Totally different story, not complaining, except I, you know, obviously am a bit. I don't know, I think I picked up some stomach bug that was going around, so today's my first real good day, so that's also been going on. And Max is now 18 months and he started daycare, so I've got a lot to update on, which I meant to already, but I haven't. Anyway, yeah, that's what's going on, and I really hope to make a trip down to Melbourne soon, maybe by myself or with one of the girls, because I don't know if they're going to do another round of chemo. I don't know if they're just going to be managing this. I haven't heard what else is going on since his setback. So, yeah. Yeah, I really do want to get down because it might be... What are you doing? Oh, yeah, I see you. I see you. Might be one of the, you know, last good times, you know, where he's in good shape that I see him. Yeah, so that's what's going on here. Thank you for watching. And yeah, please leave any comments, you know, if you know, especially, I guess, you know, younger people are it's relevant too, but I don't really hear males getting thyroid cancer. So, you know, I hear it's more of a female thing. I have known a few mums to have this issue, especially after having kids, those that have had kids, not so much those that haven't. But yeah. Alex wants to show you a sandwich. Anyway, I think I can smell Max as well as the sandwich, so I'm going to leave it there. And yeah, keep me in your thoughts. And if you've got anything to add down below, please do. I don't know, might find some comfort in it. Like, it's good to hear other people's stories with this sort of experience. So, yeah. In the meantime, yeah, I just hope this isn't the thing that gets my dad. I just hope he beats this. So anyway, I'm gonna leave this here before I start getting teary. Thanks for watching, and yes, I will definitely be on next week at some time, at some stage. So, yes, I will see you guys in the next video. Hey, Cheeky. Cheeky, Cheeky. Cheeky, cheese. Hey, cheese. Cheeky, Cheeky. Yes, I must do his 18-month update. Hey? And change your nappy, I think, too. Oh, really? Okay. See you later, guys.